The city of Canlaon in Negros Oriental and the municipality of La Castellana in Negros Occidental declared a state of calamity on Tuesday, a day after being hit with ashfall and sulfuric fumes as a result of Canlaon volcano's freakish eruption. La Castellana Mayor Alm Rumayla Mangilimutan confirmed yesterday the flow of lahar in Barangay Biak na Bato, with roads no longer passable in the aftermath of rains. Mangilimutan called on residents to remain calm and avoid the path of lahar flows, which carried debris including trees and rocks. She also ordered the forced evacuation of residents in the affected barangay, in anticipation of more lahar flow in the evening. Heavy equipment has been dispatched to clear barangay roads. Farmlands in 6 barangays of La Castellana at the foot of the volcano were almost covered by ashfall, which reached 3 more barangays. A total of 232 affected families are staying in different evacuation centers of La Castellana and being fed by the municipal government, aside from the food packs being distributed to them by the local and provincial government and other agencies. Mangilimutan earlier declared the suspension of work in all government offices and agencies except those with functions that involve the delivery of basic services, disaster preparedness and response and other vital services. Following the declaration of state of calamity, Mangilimutan said prices of basic commodities have been controlled, in coordination with the Department of Trade and Industry, after she noted an increase in the price of face masks. More than 1,500 residents in 3 cities and 3 municipalities of Central Negros fled from their homes shortly after the eruption on Monday evening. Canlaon City Mayor Jose Chibasco Cardenas also declared the suspension of work in government and private offices on Tuesday. While the situation in the city is back to normal and volcanic activity has simmered down, Cardenas emphasized that restriction within the permanent 4-kilometer danger zone should be strictly observed. Gov. Eugenio Jose Lacson, who visited La Castellana on Wednesday, said, all those moved to evacuation centers have been told to remain until Alert Level 2 will be downgraded. Displaced residents of 3 barangays in neighboring La Carlota reported that 200 families are either staying at evacuation centers or with relatives, according to the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office. Lahar warning. The Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PHIVOLCS, has warned of possible lahar flows following the eruption earlier this week coupled with rains in the area. PHIVOLCS monitored mud flows in several areas surrounding the volcano. Visual reports were also sent to PHIVOLCS in the vicinity of Barangay Biak na Bato, La Castellana town yesterday. State volcanologists said the current mudflow could progress into lahar if heavy rains continue. Meanwhile, sulfur dioxide emissions from the volcano reached the second highest ever a day following the eruption. SO2 emissions reached 4,113 tons per day on Tuesday, as voluminous emissions reached 2,000 meters and drifted to the southwest and northwest. There were also 53 volcanic earthquakes recorded. The Philippine Red Cross has mobilized its resources and personnel as it provided humanitarian assistance to affected families in Negros following the eruption of Mount Canlaon. We already have people in Negros. We have already prepositioned 1 tanker. We have 4 ambulances. We have 2 food trucks in the area and we have about 200 volunteers working in the evacuation centers, PRC Chairman Richard Gordon said during the Kapihan sa Manila Bay Forum on Wednesday. Gordon said if there are more areas affected, they would be deploying more volunteers. TRC chapters near Negros Occidental have been on high alert and are closely monitoring the situation. The humanitarian organization has established first aid stations to provide medical attention and psychological first aid, distribute face masks and conduct welfare tracing. In La Carlota, PRC teams are assisting evacuees at the new La Carlota Evacuation Center. Aerial survey. Utilizing two of its helicopters, the Philippine Air Force conducted an aerial assessment of areas affected by Mount Kanlaon's increased volcanic activity in Negros on Tuesday. With the DSWD in Central Visayas and the OCD in Western Visayas, the 205th Tactical Helicopter Wing led a rapid damage assessment in Moises Padilla, La Carlota, La Castellana, Bago City and Canlaon City. TAF Public Affairs Office Chief Col. Maria Consuelo Castillo said the aerial inspection was done as part of a swift response effort to determine what help needs to be provided to affected areas. Romane Cabrera, Michael Punongbayan, Jasper Emmanuel Arcalas, Rudy Santos, Gio Ong, Bella Carey Asu, Mark Ernest Villeza.